So today we're going to continue using our place value discs to represent numbers. So right now I have the number 14. If I look at that number, I see that I have a 4 in the ones place. So I'm going to look at my ones place and draw 4 ones. Now I need to look at my tens place. I have 1 in the tens place, so I'm going to draw 1 10 in the tens place. So now I have 14 with 1 10 and 4 ones. Another way that I could show this number is by breaking apart that 10 and moving it into my ones place. If I do that, then I would have 14 ones. So now I have 1 10 and 4 ones, or 14 ones. They both equal 14. So they have the same value even though they look differently. So that's what we're going to be working on your problem set. So if you don't have your problem set out, go ahead and get it out. Pause the video, get it out, and get ready. We're going to start with A. It says draw 18 using tens and ones. So just like we did with 14, we're going to start with our ones place. And we're going to draw 8 ones. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I put a 1 in those to show that that is a ones place value disc. Now I look at my tens place. I have 1 10. So I put a 10 place value disc in my tens place. So if I wrote that in standard form, it would be right here, 18. Here's standard form. If I wrote that in unit form, I would say 1 10 8 ones. Because remember, unit form, I just write how many of each place I have. I don't write their value. Next to it, it says draw 18 using only ones. So now I can't use my tens place. I can't use my hundreds place. I can't use my thousands place because it says only ones. So that's easy. I just have 18 ones. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So there's 18 ones. If I wrote that in unit form, it would be 18 ones. Now, these have the same value. They both equal 18, so they are equal to each other. If you need to pause the video to finish writing that, go ahead. If not, we're going to keep going. So we're going to look at B. B says draw 315 using hundreds, tens, and ones. So I label my place value chart, ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. I'm using hundreds, tens, and ones, so I'm not going to use my thousands place. So I can look at my hundreds place. I have 3 hundreds, so I'm going to draw 300 place value discs. So that's 3 discs that have a value of 100 each. Not 300 hundreds. 3 hundreds. Look at my tens place. I have 1 10, so I'm going to draw 10 in my tens place. Then I look at my ones. I have 5 ones, so I'm going to draw 5 ones in my ones place. So there's 315 using hundreds, tens, and ones. When I write it in unit form, I have 3 hundreds, 1 10, 5 ones. Now let's look at my next one. Draw 315 using only hundreds and ones. So when I label my place value chart, ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, I'm using only my hundreds and my ones, so I'm not going to use my thousands. I'm not going to use my tens. My hundreds place stays the same, 3 hundreds. So I'm going to put 3 100 place value discs in the hundreds place. Now my tens, I still have a 10. It doesn't go away, but it has to be moved to my ones place. So now in my ones place, I have that group of 10. And I have the 5 ones that I had at the beginning. So now instead of just 5 ones, I have 15 ones. So I still have 3 hundreds, but now I have 15 ones instead of 110 and 5 ones. Those are still the same value. They are still equal. If you need to pause the video to catch up to finish writing and drawing, go ahead and do that. We're going to go on to C. I want you to pause the video, do C by yourself, then come back and watch it to see if you got the same thing I did. So now that you've tried it by yourself, follow along to see if you're correct. If you're not correct, then just fix it. So I'm going to start by labeling my place value chart, ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. It says to draw 206 using hundreds, tens, and ones. So I'm not going to use my thousands place. I'm going to use hundreds, tens, and ones. Start with my hundreds. I have 2 hundreds. So I'm going to put 200 place value discs in my hundreds place. I have 0 tens. All of my tens fit into my 2 groups of 100. So then I can go to my ones place. I have 6 ones that don't fit into a 10 or 100. So I'm going to put 6 place value discs in my ones place. So when I write that in unit form, I have 2 hundreds, 6 ones. Now over here it says use only tens and ones. So in my place value chart, I'm not going to use my thousands, and I'm not going to use my hundreds. I can only use tens and ones. That doesn't mean my hundreds go away. So if I look at my 200s, remember that 100 is equal to 10 tens. So 100 equals 10 tens. When I have 200s, that means I have 10 tens plus another 10 tens. So that means I have a total of 20 tens. If I look at my number, I can see 20 tens. So in my tens place, I'm going to draw 20 10 place value discs. So there are 20 tens, and then my ones stayed the same, so I still have 6 ones. When I write that in unit form, I have 20 tens, 6 ones. Those are still equal. I showed you the same number, I just did it 2 different ways. So now you can stop the video and complete the practice problems.